What is up, guys? Jay here, and welcome to the second episode of my Pokemon Aura's Wi-Fi VGC battles. So I'm still using the same team as last time. Mega Salamence, Gengar, Suicune, Heatran, Landorus T, and Zapdos. And we picked up a win in our first episode, and since then I went ahead and laddered up a little bit, just so I could bring you guys some better opponents. As you can see, we are 7-1, sitting at 1587. So hopefully we can keep moving up. The one team I lost to is actually pretty interesting. It was a, because we have Javi here from Spain. It was a team that relied on setting up gravity and then using low accuracy moves to win. So I'll get back to that later. Anyway, this guy's got a very interesting team of Aromatisse, Heatran, Dusclops, Scrafty, Rotom Wash, and Abomasnow, which I'm guessing that's Mega Abomasnow. This is looking very much like a Trick Room Mega Abomasnow team, so I'm gonna have to watch out for that. I can counter the Trick Room by trying to taunt with Gengar, because that Dusclops is almost certainly going to have Trick Room, so I'm actually going to lead with Gengar, and Gengar hits some other things on his team pretty hard, like the Aromatisse, so that's just a general good Pokemon to have in this matchup. Heatran just destroys his Abomasnow, so that makes me want to bring it based on principle, but it doesn't fare too well against the rest of his team. Mega Salamence beats the Scrafty, and that's really about it. Suicune does okay here against everything but the Abomasnow and the Rotom. Zapdos has a good general matchup, so I think I'm going to bring it. I'm just not sure if I want to lead with it. He's got the Intimidate on Scrafty, and my Intimidate isn't going to be super useful because his team is mainly special attackers. Let's see, I kind of want to bring Landorus to beat that Heatran. So I'm gonna lead Gengar Zapdos. It's a pretty common lead, actually, that I like going with. I'm going to bring Heatran, and then I need something to beat that Scrafty, so I'm gonna bring my Salamence. Let's lock in with that. Just be ready for the Trick Room. Hopefully I can prevent it with Gengar, unless he's running Mental Herb on his Trick Roomer, which is totally legitimate. Whoa, the sound is bugging out a little bit. Sorry about that. I feel like we only have half the sound right now. Well, the battle is what's important, so. Alright, so that Dusclops is almost certainly going to Trick Room this first turn. So I'm very tempted to just go ahead and taunt it. I also wouldn't mind getting a Will-O-Wisp off on the Scrafty, though. I'm starting to wish I had brought Landorus for the knockoff. I just thought about that. Anyway, I think I will go ahead and taunt first turn. It's kind of obvious, so he might predict it and just Shadow Ball Gengar, which would suck. But I think it's going to be too tempting for him to go for that Trick Room based on how Trick Room heavy his team was. And with Zapdos, I could just go for some damage on that Scrafty. I could also switch out into Salamence. I think I'm just going to go for some damage on that Scrafty, though, with the Thunderbolt. That should do some pretty solid damage. Alright, Scrafty's going to go for the Fake Out on Zapdos. That's fine. And presumably here comes an attempted Trick Room. Let's stop it. Yep, there's the Trick Room. Alright, and he wasn't running Mental Herb because he's obviously going to be Eviolite on a Dusclops. So now I feel free to Will-O-Wisp that Scrafty. He's probably going to see that coming. He may switch out. Actually, he could switch out into the Heatran. I almost kind of want to predict that switch. That being said, I can't Sludge Bomb that slot either. I'll Sludge Bomb the Dusclops for some damage. And I will Thunderbolt the Scrafty slot. Let's see if the Heatran comes in. It does not, so I wish I had just Will-O-Wisp that Scrafty now. I think I made a little bit of an over-prediction there. That's what I would have done in that situation, though, so that's kind of why. I was really hoping I'd snag the poison on that Dusclops, and I do. Sludge Bomb's got a 30% chance poison rate, so it's not something you want to necessarily rely on, but it's there. And Thunderbolt is a nice 50% to the Scrafty, and it's going to go for a knockoff on my Zapdos, actually. That's kind of bad, because that means without the Life Orb damage, I can't take out Scrafty with one more Thunderbolts, I don't think. And this sound is annoying me. Sorry about that. Alright, So killing that Dusclops is going to be a chore. Thankfully I got the poison on it. That's going to help immensely. And I think I want to go ahead and just double into the Scrafty and take it out. Hopefully it doesn't protect. Alright, he Shadow Sneaks again. I can live that. So that's fine. Sludge Bomb takes it out. Cool. And this Thunderbolt to do a little to this Dusclops, just need to whittle it down eventually. Unfortunately, it probably has Pain Split, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it, but that poison is helping me out a lot. Okay, the taunt wears off. It's definitely something to keep in mind, so it can opt to go for a Trick Room again next turn. Here comes the Abomasnow, and that Hail is going to be pretty annoying for my Gengar, actually, because I think 2 turns of Tail will kill me even if he doesn't attack me. He also has the potential Ice Shard, so he has 2 priority potentials. So this Gengar is almost certainly going to go down here. And I kind of want to predict the Ice Shard and bring in my Heatran, because either a Shadow Sneak or an Ice Shard will not do much to Heatran. And with Zapdos, I want to go ahead and go for a Heat Wave to take care of this Abomasnow. Let's see how that works out. He may choose to Ice Shard my Zapdos, actually. I might be able to live 1 though, because I still have a decent amount of health left. Let's see. Okay, he's actually going to withdraw the Dusclops, possibly predicting another taunt on it. Bringing in the Rotom. And let's see if he Ice Shards. If he Ice Shards, I really hope he Ice Sharded into the Heatran slot, because then I will be in very good shape. If he Ice Sharded Zapdos and it kills, I'm going to be a little bit of a struggle. Oh, he doesn't Ice Shard at all. Sweet. This Heat Wave should kill even without the Life Orb. Oh my goodness, it doesn't. Well, that knockoff mattered then, as I lost my Life Orb. Alright, Zapdos is going down here, but Heatran doesn't take basically any damage. Get buffeted by the Hail, that's fine, that Rotom will too. Tells me I'm faster than the Rotom, which is nice. Good information to have. And Heatran gets almost back up to full with leftovers. And let's see, who should I bring in here? Salamence really has a bad matchup against these two, so I'm going to opt to leave it out for now. Bring Gengar back in. I'm really assuming the Ice Shard is coming. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for it. That being said, he has nothing to touch Heatran except maybe a Hydro Pump, and even that won't hurt me too badly, so I'm tempted to sub up here. I'm actually going to do that. And then go for a Sludge Bomb on this Rotom, just because I have no other good way to hit it. Now, if he doesn't Ice Shard Gengar, I will be in a good position here. Sweet! Okay, this was a perfect turn for me. Since the Abomasnow protects, I get a big Sludge Bomb off on this Rotom. It should do at least half. It does. Citrus Berry is going to bring it back up to about 50%. And I get a free sub up, which is awesome, because that leaves me free to Heat Wave and finish off that Abomasnow in future turns. Going to Volt Switch the Gengar, presumably. Yep. Which means the Dusclops is coming back in. But that's fine. I feel pretty comfortable now that Heatran is safe behind a substitute. Alright, it's going to take even more damage, and I think between Hail and Poison and a Heat Wave, I'll be able to actually kill this Dusclops, which would be fantastic. And I should outspeed everything on the field right now with Heatran. I'm going to bring in Mence, and I mean, it's a really obvious play, but I'm just going to Heat Wave Protect. There's no reason to risk anything else and over-predict. Because if he has Ice Shard, this is when he's going to go for it on my Salamence, because it'd be kind of stupid for him not to. So I'm going to go ahead and Protect. I'm kind of tempted to D-Dance, just because I think I'll be able to get it off. Since he hasn't gone for Ice Shard yet, I'm starting to think he might not have it, but let's see. I'm just going to play it safe and Protect here. And this Heat Wave should clear the field, leaving me in a 2-on-1 against Rotom, and since I'm behind the sub, I feel pretty comfortable with that. So let's see. Okay, he actually withdraws a Abomasnow, so that's fine. That's free damage on this Rotom. And I'm starting to wish I had actually attacked with Salamence here, just to ensure I finish off this Dusclops before it can do any pain split shenanigans. Let's see if Heat Wave is strong enough to kill it, though. If it is, I'm set. And it does pick up the kill. Heatran coming through. Alright, so that's honestly going to be that's going to be game. Especially behind a substitute, I really feel like I got this. As long as I don't miss like 3 Heat Waves in a row. Don't want to jinx it, but I think I should be good. Even getting some health back. So all he's got left is that red health Abomasnow, as we see it come back in. And Heat Wave should finish off both, and I really don't think he can take out my Heatran, so I'm just going to go ahead and double edge into the Rotom, just for security. Okay, Abomasnow protects, that's fine. I don't see what that's really going to accomplish at this point, to be honest. This will kill the Rotom, even though it's resisted. It didn't have that much health left anyway. And, I mean, the Abomasnow will stay around for another turn because it's protected, but that doesn't especially matter. Looks like we got this game. Alright. I did want to mention that the one game I lost, I mentioned it earlier, but it was a pretty cool team. It was very annoying to fight, honestly, but it was an interesting strategy, and I always like seeing new stuff. He led with a Mega Gengar and Sableye, and the very first turn, the Sableye set up a Gravity, which I didn't realize this at the time, but in addition to, and my opponent's just going to forfeit here, in addition to making it so that flying type and levitating Pokemon are on the ground and can be hit by ground moves, it also reduces the evasiveness of all Pokemon by 2 stages, which means that the person I was playing was able to rely on Hypnosis on Mega Gengar, which is kind of terrifying when it always hits. To put both my Pokemon to sleep, because Mega Gengar is fast, and obviously you can't switch out because of Shadow Tag. Then he also was running Focus Blast, which he hit twice in a row to take out my Heatran, and he was running Blizzard, I believe, on his Greninja, which cleaned up the rest of my team. And at the time, I was really confused as to how he managed to hit all of those moves. And then I looked it up after the battle, and turns out that's a secondary effect of gravity, so pretty cool strategy. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will try and keep this series going strong. See you next time.